Stretches into its second month, the government shutdown. Today, the Trump administration faces a deadline to comply with court orders to fund SNAP, the nation's biggest food aid program, by using contingency funds.
Plans to freeze payments to the program were halted by federal judges, but the delay in payouts will still likely leave millions of people struggling. Many across the valley are stepping up to help. Our Mike Allen joins us from 3 Square Food Bank with more on that. Mike?
Yeah, good morning. So already there's been a 16% jump in people needing food assistance. That's according to 3 Square CEO. And that's just over the last several months. The last month in that span, it's been even more of a bump. And they're expecting a huge increase, even bigger than that, this week for obvious reasons, now that those SNAP benefits are not replenished yet. So 3 Square has added 25 emergency distributions to their normal schedule this week in order to try to make up for that. This is after serving 3,200 families over the weekend. But the 3 Square CEO said, crucially, there is no way for philanthropy to fill the gaps created by the disruption to SNAP benefits, saying really the only viable long-term solution here is by ending the government shutdown. Governor Lombardo talked about that a bit. He said he hasn't had a ton of correspondence with the White House or with Congress on this, but he did reiterate just $1 buys 3 meals for families. And that's a good ratio, but also funding is not going to last forever. And he talked a little bit about the rainy day fund that might be dipped into a bit more.
If it's decided through the legislative process that we dip into the end fund balance, and eventually if it reaches the threshold where the rainy day account would be leveraged, that's the questions we will continually manage and monitor and get answers to.
And Governor Lombardo is bringing in some extra help. The National Guard has been activated. We saw about a half dozen or so of them here. And that's actually been a great relief to Tony, the security guard here. I was just talking with him. He says having that many guardsmen helping him out is giving him some sort of peace of mind, as he knows that demand is soaring for food. And I asked Lombardo if he knows anything about when SNAP funds will be replenished, if he's heard maybe when that'll happen now that the courts have said they do have to be refilled. He said, kind of similarly to the question that was asked of him about whether he's heard any kind of correspondence from national lawmakers about whether the government shutdown is going to end soon. He said he really hasn't heard much about when those SNAP funds are going to be replenished. So for now, it's all about food banks, and particularly 3 Square, the largest in Southern Nevada, doing its best to help people. 3 Square is calling on more volunteers, though, because in the meantime, they are working major overtime.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, thanks for the update.
Thank you.